Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome to Tarot Tuesdays, where we take an early week look into the insights that might help us navigate the coming week ahead. Now, these are always general readings here on Tarot Tuesday. If you are interested in receiving a personal reading, please do go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com, because all of the information is on there, and I've left my contact details in the description box down below, along with my PayPal account if you want to contribute and you want to donate to my free content here on YouTube. So, as we do every week, let's start off by acknowledging our angels, our spirit guides, our ancestors who are always there to guide and support and who deeply love us. So just take a few moments to bring yourself into the present moment. And in this moment, just pick up the beating of your precious heart. And with the focus on your heart, I want you to take a long, deep breath in. Hold it at the top, and then gently breathe that out. Again, center on the beating of your heart, and take a deep breath in. Hold it at the top, and then gently breathe that out. And our intention is to open to receive these messages. You know, with my showing some of my crystals and my feathers that I've collected, many people have asked me which birds have contributed to my feather collection. And the Posse of Angels have suggested that I start off with this feather. Now, if I hold it in the light, there you go, you can kind of see that forest green. Depending on the light, it looks like a Kelly green or a forest green. And this beautiful feather was gifted to me by a bird who is known as the Muscovy duck. And I'll show you a picture of the Muscovy duck. There you go. And in that top one, you can see that green sheen to that bird. And when I was at the park yesterday, we were absolutely gifted, if you can look at the bottom and see a mommy Muscovy duck and 8 little ducklings trailing along behind her. Now, the Muscovy duck has been held sacred in many cultures. They are believed to represent rebirth and new beginnings. And you know, some people believe that they are an extremely positive symbol of fertility, prosperity, good luck, and abundance. And certainly with 8, the number of abundance and prosperity and wealth, little ducklings following her, this is very much in alignment with that. The Posse of Angels are reminding us that this is exactly what this eclipse portal we just came out of will be bringing many in the collective at this time. So I'll be featuring another feather as they seem to follow me around and show you another feather that is in my collection next week. But the way we're going to start off is we're going to choose a card from the original Tarot 1909, the Arthur Waite and the Pamela Coleman Smith, the artist, the deck. And this card, we're just going to choose one card. And this card we're going to keep hidden until the end of the reading to see how it's going to tie things together Possibly it will bring in an additional message to confirm or add to the reading that we choose. So, okay. Okay, let me open the deck, choose one, and let's put this card, I haven't seen it yet, let's put it underneath my citrine, as citrine is a crystal that brings in abundance and wealth and prosperity. So, as I start the reading, I don't know about you, but I, for one, am really interested to see what insights the posse of angels have after the eclipse we just experienced, where we integrated and we downloaded energies to transform and transmute any of our old energies or baggage that we don't want to carry into our new, destined, fated timelines, into the next part of our journey. And when I went to my Brian Froud's fairy cards, what better card to come out with than this one? It is Fairies of the Future, and it is a number 33, a master number. I love that this card came out, and its message is, be here now, guidance and moving forward. So, we see the gnome of now with his buggy eyes, the gnome of the now. He's at the top of the card, and he can look simultaneously from the past to the future. And we also see the fairy in the middle. In the center of the card, she's pregnant with possibilities, and she's carrying a hazelnut in her hand, which is the symbol of wisdom. Now the fairy above her, she's crouching down as if she's anticipating the starting gun of a race to quickly take off as soon as she knows which direction to go in. Everyone in this card is looking towards the future with great excited optimism. Now this card is saying that each of us needs to rely on our intuition, which will serve us better than logic and reason at this time. This is because, having gone through the mystical portal of the eclipses, many of us have landed in a new dimension where ease and grace and the magical connections of synchronicities and miracles of life are definitely a daily occurrence, and our birth through our deep intuitive knowing that we are co-creating with the unseen force of our spirit helpers. They wish for us to consider the lessons we learned from where we have been and consider where we wish to go now. With the communication now coming in for many, giving them possible directions, we must choose a path to step boldly forward to meet these desired possibilities. It's no good just being offered something and not open to receive and move forward. Moving forward, the posse of angels are telling me, is a really important part in the next coming weeks. If you want to fulfill your destiny, just because something is offered you doesn't mean that you're going to move forward. But moving forward is a big, big message now. The caution here is to ask yourself if you are following your heart's desires, or are you following someone else's lead for your direction in life. They're saying follow your intuitive heart, and then unbelievable magical paths of wish fulfillment will open for you. So that's wonderful. Very, very synchronistic that fairies of the future came in. That's our first card. The next card that's coming in for us, the fairy who was kissed by the pixies. And this is a number 21. And a number 21 is 2 plus 1 is another 3. We got 33, and then we received 3, which is the number of creation and miracles. It's bringing in messages of the flow of giving and receiving love with our hearts being greatly open now. Having healed so many things, especially our relationship with ourselves and others, many have now created space, a deep place within us to draw in and bond with those who are most aligned with us as they resonate with our newly changed energetic signature. And these that are going to be drawn to us is our soul tribe. Communication will now be free to flow in from these soul tribe members because these reunions are greatly needed on the planet now to increase the love. Those reunions can be in romance. They can be in friendships. They can also be for collaboration in business. When this meeting does take place, it's important that many will feel an overwhelming emotion of bliss. It's kind of like coming home to ourselves in a sense, and that is what we are longing for. Many have wanted to go home, and now they feel like with meeting their soul tribe that they are coming home. The Posse of Angels is sharing that many of these soul tribe connections have not been able to come together since we created the utopian paradise of Atlantis, when greed and corruption destroyed that beautiful time. And we vowed an oath not to come together again and build a new Atlantis until the light was restored and strong enough on the planet to support the coming together of these powerful reunions. The fairies are saying that such a strength of light has been reached on planet Earth, and that time has come. Enjoy the bliss when you are reunited with your soul tribe members. It already feels so yummy, and it just feels so right, as these are those who are most like us in energetic signature, and it's just going to be wonderful to be reunited. The third card of the Brian Froude's fairy cards to come out and finish this story is another master number, which was 22. And the card, the Master Maker, is reminding us that having reached this very important stage of elevated consciousness, it is necessary for us to do our best. Do not be tempted to take shortcuts and to give and accept only the best, and make sure that love is always the first ingredient that we add to any of our endeavors and our projects. Now, the Posse of Angels is saying that there are now many in the collective who will be doing this through being offered leadership roles, taking what they are best at, and teaching and passing on one's craft and their well-earned wisdom to others. Because we've mastered some aspect of our lives, we've learned from those lessons that we've endured and been challenged by, and now we've triumphed over that victoriously. Now we are going to be giving back the light that we encompass and teaching others how to do the same. And that's beautiful. I love that. So let's go to, no, we're not going to go to the one card I picked out. That's for the end of the reading. We're going to take my Angel Healing House tarot cards and give them a good shuffle and see what comes out. For those who are celebrating today, happy Halloween. I hope you get more treats than you do with tricks. And you stay safe, and you enjoy this harvest festival. This festival never started off with commercialized treats. It never started off with costumes. It its main origin was to recognize and celebrate those ancestors of ours who crossed over, and to honor and respect them. And that's the way that I like to look at this holiday. I look at it as the veil being extremely thin, and to thank those that have gone before, and have crossed over, because they are always watching over us. And whether you know it or not, they're always providing insight and guidance and support for us. And even though we may not realize it, they are always as close, if not closer to us, than our next breath, and the next beat of our hearts. So a big thank you to my ancestors and my loved ones who have crossed over. I speak to many of them every single day. I feel their presence, I hear their laughter, and I feel their love. So the more we make time for this, then the more this increases. Okay. 1, 2, 3. First card that's coming out for us, speaking about people crossing over, is the Death card. Well, this reading does have, as we started off with those little baby ducklings who were just birthed, and the Muscovy duck with its being sacred to many cultures, about death and rebirth. There is the theme of transmutation and transformation. Many of us have felt like we have crossed over in many ways from going through the eclipse portal, and now we find ourselves in a brand new dimension. If nothing much has changed in your life, perhaps you're feeling like this sense of newness, like a popping out of an egg and just kind of looking around, things, getting a sense that things don't quite seem the same. And you're actually not waiting as it's here already. It just hasn't appeared yet in your physical reality, but you're sensing that those people from your soul tribe, that angelic help, that spiritual help, is coming in to collaborate with and connect with, for the next part of your journey. And isn't this this death card is probably the one of the most strong indications of going from one dimension to the next. She is going from the physical dimension to the dimension of spirit, which is her one true home, behind the veil of forgetfulness, to quote my book's title. Next card that's coming out for us, the Page of Wands. Many of us will be receiving communication. Look at the little birdies in the tree. Okay, communication of a very positive, a very uplifting, enlightening, exciting news that is coming in for us too, just as we saw in, where is it? Just as we saw in our first card, the bright future. They look like they're expectant. They look like they're waiting. They're on guard. They're going, okay, when will it come in? What will that communique be? Will it be an email? Will it be a telephone call? Maybe some people will get snail mail. Who knows? But something is going to come in of a very positive nature to give us direction on where we can set our feet on this new path of ours. And the Page of Wands is always that page that is very exciting for us. It brings sometimes expected news, but a lot of the times it might be expected, but it comes in unexpected ways. Next card from the tarot deck is our soul tribe. Now, yes, a lot of people will say about traditional tarot that the Three of Cups is a card of celebration. Well, this will certainly, and there is another number 3. Okay, the 3s seem to be coming in hot and heavy today. Yes, this is the card of celebration, celebrating when we are reunited with our soul tribe, but a great feelings of bliss and happiness. Certainly, when we know the direction that we're going in, after all of this healing and cleansing and releasing any baggage that we didn't want to take with us on the next part of our journey, there are going to be great celebrations on like relieved, and just so elated, so elated. I finally have the direction in which to go in. Next card for us is the breakthrough card, is our new beginning. Finally, we've severed, in many ways, we've severed ourselves from that old dimension, that old dimension of worry and stress and wigging out and having tension about things not working out, instead of saying everything is working out for my highest order. It always is, and I will be provided and guided for in what the highest avenue my soul needs at this moment. And we've severed from that worry, we've severed from that stress, into a dimension of ease and grace, and things always being presented in divine timing. And also they want to present the eagles, which we've been able to do this because we've had the bravery and courage to believe in ourselves and to believe in our soul's highest path. And we're not here for particularly an easy life, and we're here to serve. I will to will, the will of God, Source Creator, and the greatest good of humanity, and the greatest good of all, the greatest good of myself. And that's when that new beginning comes in. All those new little ducklings are going, wah, 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 and they're walking along. I love that. Here we have a new beginning. We have the Fool. We will be presented the path that we need to step on. And as I've said about so many times, the Fool seems to come up so many times in my readings, but he is carrying that satchel, which has all the wisdom and all the learned lessons that he needs on his path, because he trusts in the divine, which is there in the dove, which is to me the Holy Spirit, and that he is co-creating his every step with Spirit. And so he knows he's always provided for. He knows he'll always be guided to what is for his soul's highest good. And he even has time with that flower in his hand to stop and smell the roses. Next card that's coming out for us is the Eight of Pentacles. This is the card when this news comes in about us getting our direction and a new start for us. We will be working hard, but we will be working on what we absolutely love doing, because Spirit wouldn't give us anything that we didn't love doing, and that we will be recognized for it, just as this cake maker is being recognized by that cat who wants to lick the cream. But again, 8 is the number of our abundance and prosperity and our wealth. And it's lovely to be noticed for your craft and the things that you love doing. It doesn't come easy to everyone else. Just because something comes easy to you or to one of us, we think, oh, anybody can do that, but it's not true. This has been seeded in your soul to do well, and then possibly you'll go on to teach others, and you'll have apprentices to be able to then carry on your wisdom and your knowledge. Next card. They want 2 more, okay? This leads to victory. This leads to our triumph. These really are 2 cards of being recognized. The 6 of Wands is also a card of promotion and rewards and recognition. Being recognized for our hard work and our diligence, our industry towards something, and now being recognized. And this recognition can come through a job offer for a business opportunity, to be part of an organization, to be financially paid well for our services. It could be victory in love and in friendships, which have not been tremendous in the past. But now, because of the lessons you learned, you're victorious and will be drawing wonderful, very solid, loving, and reciprocal relationships to yourself. It could be in the area of health that we are now having victory, learning from our past lessons and things like that. It could be in any area, but certainly no more being invisible, and now it feels so good to be recognized. And our last card is the Four of Wands. Now this is also, these cards, they seem to be mirroring one another, because the Four of Wands is the marriage card. It's marrying the hard work that we've done with success. It's another card of celebration. This is also the home card. So you might be purchasing a new home. You might be paid money owing to you, or people will recognize your services, and you'll have the money to buy a new home. You will have the money to then move. You'll have the money then to do those things in your life because of the success, the recognition of the success. Now, once again, this can be in love because it is the marriage card, but it could be the marriage of business partners and collaborations that are coming in as your soul tribe finds you. And of course, this is all destined, as we see the doves above, which are the Holy Spirit, and the white roses are about new beginnings. And it is very destined, fated time for so many. So, right now, let's just do a little bit of a review with the Muscovy duck. It seems that it is a very sacred time as we're stepping into new dimensional timelines. Take some time to really revere this time that you've made it this far, to step into a new dimensional frequency. The Muscovy duck is also a very positive sign around prosperity and abundance and wealth. And seeing those little ducklings about rebirth. And let's just review here. Kissed by the fairies, it's reminding us, do everything with love now. That should be our main ingredient. We've mastered some level of ourselves with the Master Maker, and also our first card was Fairies of the Future, and they are raring to go and ready to pounce forward. So, what do you think that card, which is under citrine, will be? I don't know. It could be a card of abundance. It could be a very sacred card, a card of, sort of our connecting to our inner sacredness, like a card like the High Priestess. Could be with so much of this destined, it could be the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know. I'm picking up that this is going to be something to do with the future, which is going towards the future. So it could be any card, but let's see what it is now. Have one more guess. Okay. The card is the Six of Wands. The Six of Swords. Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is traditional, going from choppy waters to smooth waters. Going forward, moving forward into a calm, serene place in your life of ease and grace, where you know that you're co-creating your future, fairies of the future, with spirit. And when you do this, and you really follow your intuition, do not follow anybody else's advice, what you should be doing with your life, go first to your intuition. And as long as you make your decisions with love and respect and honor for yourself, then the waters of your life become very smooth, and they will continue to do so. So I hope all that's been helpful for you. Do remember that if you'd like a private reading, you can always get in contact with me at Angel Healing House. And that's the website is angelhealinghouse.com. And that number is 831-277-3716 Eastern Standard Time. Do tune in to my Angel Healing House blog talk radio show that airs every week on Blog Talk Radio on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can call in also for a free mini angel reading. The show is now finishing up its 12th year, and I've given away so many, countless angel readings during that time. Do remember to join me on Walk-In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, which is on Saturdays when we pull further runes and oracle cards and tarot cards to see how we can start the next week and navigate our stepping forward into those astrological energies. So go out, everybody, and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. Tune in next week when we grab another feather and find out the spiritual meaning behind the bird, and lots more magic. So I'm wishing you love and angel blessings as always, and I look so forward to speaking with you again next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.